This conference will now be recorded.
Now, today we are going to talk about Lightning Message Service. What is an LMS? As I told you, this is a new concept which came live. The concept was available a quarter back, right? Since from your May, June, July, 3 months back, its concept was available, but it was in a beta version. Now, LMS is available as full-fledged usable. That means you can start using it LMS services. Now, what is this Lightning Message Service? Let's understand. Lightning Message Service works like publish and subscriber model, PubSub. PubSub. If you remember that, we created a file called as PubSub file, a standard PubSub file. If you remember, PubSub, PubSub file. The same concept is taken, but in PubSub, it communicates between right Lightning components within an application. PubSub is an application level. Within an application, if there are two components, we use PubSub and our data to be shared. Whenever you want to share a data between a Visualforce to LWC, LWC to Aura, Aura to LWC, Aura to Visualforce, right? LWC to Visualforce, LWC to Aura, Visualforce to Aura, Visualforce to LWC. Any type of data sharing moments we do with the help of what? Lightning Message Service. Lightning Message Service. This is a new service available, and this service can be created in Visual Studio only for now. Visual Studio Code only, this development can be done. Today's class, we will create an LMS between Visualforce and LWC. That means whatever the data is there in the Visualforce will talk to LWC. Whatever the data is there in LWC will be transferred to Visualforce page. Two different environment, classic versus Lightning environment. How they will talk to each other. That's exactly what we'll be discussing today. And I'll be doing a live programming, right? Let's do this. Now, to do this, there are certain things you have to perform. What is the purpose? Whenever you want to have a cross-platform communication, we use LMS. Cross-platform. Aura platform to Visualforce framework. Aura framework to Visualforce framework. Cross-platform. LWC, open source platform to a or Java platform to a Visualforce platform or a framework. LMS. 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 Whenever you want to have a cross-platform communication required in your project, you will go by the LMS concept. Now, what is the LMS concept? Let's understand. How can we achieve it? So let me close everything, right? Let me log on to your development environment, right? I will say log out. Let me log into your environment. Rupam at the rate lt96.com, password CRM1234 hash. So what we are
Still
going to do?
screen not updating.
Oh, screen is not sharing. My mistake. Okay. Once again, those who are able to see LMS, right? Whenever you want a communication between a cross-platform, we go by a concept called as LMS, Lightning Message Service, where a Visualforce framework can communicate with LWC framework, LWC framework can connect to a Aura framework, and all this interconnectivity can be done. Now, let's do an programming here. So I just logged into my right environment. Now I'll open the Visual Code Studio meantime. Visual Studio Code, right? Visual Studio Code, Visual Studio Code, right? I go here, I close the folder, right? Close folder. Yep. I'll open your folder. File, right? Oh, why to open folder? LWC 98. First concept. What you have to do is that you have to create a messaging channel. Whenever you want to use LMS, the first task is that you have to go ahead and create a messaging channel. How to do that? Right? Under this project, create a folder, right? Sorry. Under this, right click default, create a folder, new folder, so that a new folder is coming up, right? Give this folder name as message channel. Don't give any other name. First thing, step one, create a folder called as message channels. Create a folder called as message, MESSAGECHANNELS, message channel. Create a folder. A folder is created. Now, right click the folder, click on new file, create an empty file there. Give any name to the file. For example, I say Rupam, right? I will give my name, RUPM, Rupam, MSG, Rupam message channel, Rupam message channel, dot, dot, dot. You can give any name, but later you have to say message channel hyphen meta.xml. Message channel, right? Message channel hyphen meta dot xml. This prefix you have to add, right? Suffix or prefix, whatever you call, right? Give any name, but the name should be this. Remember this. This should be the name. This should be the name. Once again, I'm right. So create a file, right? Write any name, right? Your name should contain this message channel hyphen meta.xml. Perfect. Now I will do some copy paste work, some programming, which I'll be sharing with you, right? Open this file now. It's a blank file, right? Inside this file, copy paste a program which I'll be sharing with you, right? Here it is. Now let me explain this program. I'll do a lot of copy paste work today rather than writing, but I'll definitely explain you, because if you want to write, it will take 2 hours for us to write this whole thing. It will take more than that. So what I'm doing, I just created a folder. Inside the folder, I created a file with any file name dot message channel hyphen meta.xml. This is must. Otherwise, the system will not read. Now, inside the file, right, first have a version, right? Then call the messaging, right, naming system, soap.sforce. This is must. Then whatever the file name that you gave, that's the master label. Master label is nothing but the file name. What is the file name? Rupam MSG channel. You can see that Rupam MSG channel. Expose true? Yes. Write a description, blah, blah, blah. This is a messaging channel, sends information from VF to LWC, from VF to LWC, and vice versa. And vice versa. VF to LWC and LWC to VF, anything. Two-way channel. I'm creating a two-way channel. I'll be creating two-way channel. Description. Then now you can see that there are two things. One block, two block. This is nothing but whatever the variable that you want to pass. Whatever the variables you want to pass between the two system, I'm declaring a variable called as message to send, source system. There are two variables, message to send, source system. All these fields has to be defined inside Lightning message field tab. lightning message fields. It has to be defined inside lightning message field. Remember this very well, right? How many variables you want to pass? 2 variables. If you want to pass 3, then you have to create like this one more. For example, name, phone, fax. You have to keep on creating like this. Name, you have to pass a name, right? What is this description? Name of an employee, name of an employee, like this. Phone, again copy this. You under the messaging channel, I have to keep on pasting name, phone, right? Phone of an employee. Whatever the data that you want to share across the 2 platform has to be declared inside the channel file. So that total, how many variables are there? 4 variables are there. What is that? Message to send, source system, name, phone. All these has to be inside what tag? They have to be inside the lightning message fields. The fields that you want to introduce, or the fields that you want to be shared between the 2 platforms, right? Both the platform I want to share. Done. Press Ctrl S. Press Ctrl S. Press Ctrl S. Now, right? Done. First file is done. No issues at all, right? If you want, I can remove these 2 fields because I'm not using it. I'm using only the above 2 fields. I'm just using the above 2 fields, right? So perfectly done. Control S on the keyboard. I'm closing all PubSub, GitHub, everything, right? Right? This is done. Everyone able to understand what I'm doing? First step, create a folder. The folder name has to be message channel. That's it. Second, create a file with any name. Prefix after the file, end with message channel -meta.xml. Whatever the name you're giving, that name has to be here in the master label. Rupam message channel is the master label. Whatever the fields that you want to declare inside the lightning message fields. Field name, description. Field name, description. If you want, you can remove the description. Description is not a compulsory field, but field name is the compulsory. Perfectly fine. Control S. Everyone good till here? Everyone good till here? Any questions?
Yes.
Right? Perfectly fine. Now the next step, right? This step doesn't have any importance. Doesn't have any importance. You can ignore this step. What is that? Create, right click on the message channel folder, create one more file. Create one more file and give this file name as package.xml. Where did you use this file if you remember? In AND. In my development class in the AND deployment, if you remember that, you have this file called as package.xml. Package.xml. Remember? So I'm creating one package.xml, one blank file. This file has very low importance, but yes, you need to create. Inside the file, just copy and paste the command that I'm going to share. I'll be sharing with you. I'm just copying and pasting now. That's it, default. Every package file should have this. Lightning message channel, member star. That means all the channels. You can create multiple channels. Every channel will be included here, right? Just copy. There is nothing inside it. It's a default. Calling it type member star. You remember this one? Member star. Name equals to Apex pages. Name equals to Apex classes. In the Ant deployment, we did this. Here we give Ant page 1, page 2 in the members. Here I'm giving star. That means all the message channel, right? I'm not saying one message channel called Rupam message channel. Every message channel should be deployed. Control S. Perfectly fine. Deploy this, the one which you created, deploy it to your environment. Control Shift P. I will say, right, authorize an org, production org, press enter. So first I'm authorizing the org, I'll deploying this. So let's wait. Rupam @ Rupam @lt96.com, password CRM1234#. Done. Close it. Close the tab. I don't care. Deploy this to the source org. Control-Shift-P. Deploy this to the source org. Now I'm deploying this channel to the source org. Channel. Where can I see in the source org? You cannot see this. You cannot see it anywhere. It will be there in the metadata in the backend. Can I see this file there after deploying? See, deployment ran successfully. No, you cannot see this file. I cannot. Right? Because this is meta XML. Right? I cannot. Right? Is it a Lightning component? No. It's a meta XML file I've created, a backend file. Perfectly done. Step one is done. Step one is done. Now what we'll do is that I will go ahead and create, right, a Visualforce page. Let's create a Visualforce page. Let's create a Visualforce page, right? Control C. My channel is done. Control-Shift-P, create a Visualforce page. What is the name of the page? LMS Visualforce page. I'm giving a name. I press enter. System is creating a page. System is creating a Visualforce page, right? System is creating a Visualforce page. Now, do you want me to write or do you want to copy? It will be a long code. I leave it at you now. If you tell me that, go ahead and copy, we'll copy it and I'll explain you line by line. If you tell that no, write it down, then I'll start writing. No issues at all. I can do both, right? My preference will be to copy because there's a lot of things that we have to see, right? Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to copy, right, one by one code, right, not all at a time. First, inside the page, what I'm doing is that I'm declaring a division, div, right? Inside the division, okay, let me copy this first piece here. I created a div. Then I put a paragraph tag and I say enter the message here. Then I say input type text, whatever the data that you're entering it. What is the type? Text. What is the idea of that? Is this. Now I create a button. I'm taking HTML only rather than, you can take Apex command button also, not a problem. Button. Whenever on click, call this function. What is the button name? Button name is publish message. Total, I'm placing 3 buttons. Publish message, subscribe, unsubscribe. Button start, button ends. Button start, button ends. Whenever you click subscribe, whenever you click the button subscribe, call a function called as subscribe MC. Whenever you click the button called unsubscribe, call a function called as unsubscribe MC. Whenever you click a button called as publish message, call a function. I have to write 3 functions now, right? I have to write 3 functions. Then you can see that I give some break tags, break tag, break tag, break tag, some gaps. And then I put a heading called receive message. Whatever the message that I received. And right, I have given an ID. ID of the message is MC message text. Receive message has MC, right? MC, right? Receive, MC stand for message channel. Message channel message text. Here, whatever the message that I'm sending is called the message. Whatever the message I'm receiving is called message MC message text. I'm just giving a name. You can give any name. I'm creating a two-way channel. You can send and you can receive. You can send and you can receive. Now, right, you want to see the output? Control S. Obviously, if I try to save, it will ask you, where is this function called this? All the functions where we write inside the script tag. Where we write inside the script tag. We write inside the script tag. Now I'm copying again, right here. Script tag. We write everything in the script tag. This is the script tag. Script starts, right? Let me go ahead, delete. We always write inside the script tag. Script. Every function, there are three functions I have to write. Whenever you click the button called publish MSG, it has to call this function called publish MC. Whenever you click the button called a subscribe, it has to call subscribe MC. Whenever you click on unsubscribe, you have to call unsubscribe MC. Where this we will write? We will write here. Before you write the functions, for example, the first function, what is that? Function, the first function, right? First function. I'm writing the first function. This is the first function. First function, right? Similarly, second function. Control C, function. What is the second function name? Subscribe MC. Second function, right? Second function. It start, it ends. Third function. I have to write three functions. Function. What is the third function name? Unsubscribe MC, right? Function. Unsubscribe MC. Total, how many functions has to be there inside the script tag? Three functions. Because three buttons. Each button is calling one function. I'm writing it. But before you start writing the function, you have to call the message channel that you created. How do you call it? You will be declaring a variable, right? Like this. Var, give any name. I will say sample message channel equals to exclamation dollar message channel dot Rupam message channel underscore C. The name of the message channel was Rupam message channel underscore C. You have to call like this. What I'm doing, this is to call step one, right? Step one, call the message channel you created in a variable. Now I'll be using this variable everywhere, right? Then I will declare one more variable, right? Where I'll be storing whether subscribe or unsubscribe, whether you want to receive the message or not. There are two variables I'm creating. There are two variables I'm creating, right? There are two variables I'm creating. Everyone should be good. Two variables. One variable already with a defined message channel, another empty variable. Right. Now let's go into the, so what I did in my, I just created one division. You can create a page block. There I'm saying enter the message here. Whatever the message I'm entering, that message will be referred as the message. Remember that. Then I have a button called publish message. Whenever somebody clicks on the publish message, this message, whatever the text I'm typing, that is called the message, has to be shared with another platform. That means we have to post. We have to post the message, publish the message. To where? To the channel. Channel is my intermediator. I will post to the channel, then again I will receive the data from the channel. Channel is the common file where I will put the data, and when I come to the LWC component later, I will receive, again I'll connect to the channel and I will receive the data from here. Similarly, whatever the data that was posted in LWC, there also we will have publish. That will be passed to the channel. From the channel, again I will pull the data here. Again I will pull the data here and I will display here received message. Whatever the message that I receive from LWC will be displayed here. Whatever the message that I type, will be published. So both publish and receive. I can type a message, it will be shown in LWC. I type a message in LWC, it will be shown in in this Visualforce page. Right? Suddenly I want to stop communication. I want to stop the communication. Then that's the reason I have two buttons: subscribe, unsubscribe. If you unsubscribe, no message will be flown in. As soon as you click on subscribe, once again the message flow will start. You put a message in LWC, it will flow here. If you put a message here, it will flow to LWC. Everybody clear what I'm doing? To do this, I need to declare call the message channel in a variable, and whatever the message I'll be receiving, or subscription message, I'll be storing it in this variable. Let's do. Now, whenever I type, first let us publish, let us post. To do a post, you have to click this button called as publish message. Whenever somebody clicks on the publish message button, it is calling a function called as public MC. Now, let's go ahead and write. First of all, let us construct our message. Our message is stored here. How to construct? Declare a constant. Declare a constant. Here, I'm declaring a constant. Inside this function, always a constant. Constant message. What? I declare the message. Constant message is equals to, this is my message. This is the message that I'm creating. You remember this two fields from where I'm getting? These are the two fields which I declared in my message channel. Message to send, source system. These two fields, from where it came? If you remember that, we declared here message to channel, source system. Whatever the field that you want to share will be declared in the message channel. Now I go to the page. What is that field? The field is here. In this field, document.getElementById. If you have heard my Java classes and Visualforce pages, we did this document.getElementById. Where the message, where is the message? This is the ID. That means whatever the text that you're typing, I'm taking inside dot value. So what will happen? Whatever the data that you type in this input at line number 4 will be now passed to this message to send. Source system, I'm giving a from Visualforce page. You can type anything, source system from Visualforce page or Visualforce page. It's a static data. Suppose you'd have declared name, then in a JSON format, I should have declared name here. Name. If you want to put a static name, then Rupam. If you want to put a dynamic name, declare a field, document.getElementById, get the value like this. You have to do like this. Everybody is able to understand? Yes. First, create a constant. Once I create the message, now I want the message to be sent. I will use a command, This is a new command, standard command. What is this command? The command is called sforce.1.publish. What this will do? sforce.1.publish. Publish what? My channel name. This is what I called as a variable, if you remember, at line number 18. Line number 18, I called my message channel. To that channel, I'm passing the message construct. Message, I just constructed it in a JSON format, where whatever the channel variable I declared, that is inside the message. Done. My publish button is done. My publish button is done. The message is posted to the channel. Everyone clear till here? First step, call, Second step, right? What is the second step? Construct the message. Third step, publish the message, right? Second step, what is that second step? I'm writing now here. Step two, what is that? Right, what is that? Construct the message. You have constructed the message. Next step, after construction of the message, what it is? After constructing of the message, next step, what is this? Step three, publish the message. Whatever the message is there, publish it. Everybody is able to understand, yes or no? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Yes. Right. Okay. Now, that means whenever you click this button called as publish message, immediately it will call a function. Where is the function? Function is at line number 23. Inside the function, what I'm doing, right? Inside the function, I'm building a message, right? And I'm sending the message. Inside the function, I'm building the message, I'm sending the message. That's good. Now, right now, whenever, right, there are a couple of more things. Whenever I click on subscribe, unsubscribe. So public message function is done. Next, there are two more. Subscribe, unsubscribe. Subscribe, unsubscribe. What I have to do here, if it's subscribe, then I have to display the message, right? Let's wait. What to do? Whenever somebody clicks on this button called subscribe, yes, I want live message to flow. You keep on posting some message there, it will be keep on receiving here. I want to stop this communication. Then they have to unsubscribe it. Now let's write the subscribe program. What is a subscribe? Now, in the subscribe program, I want to check whether this button is clicked or not. So what I will do, right? What I will do, right? To check whether this button is clicked or not, right? Let's see. So I will go ahead, right? Now, okay, right? Okay, this variable I'll take. This variable I'll take, right? Variable. So this is the variable which will help me to store whether subscribe or not subscribe. Yes or no. In this variable, I will say true, false, true or false. Where, right? There is nothing there inside this now. This is the variable. I declared one more additional variable at line number 19, if you remember that. This variable will store the data, whether it's subscribed, whether it's not subscribed. So whenever the button is clicked, I will check the variable, whether the subscription is done or not. So what I will do, if that variable is not, if that variable is not empty, this is the variable, I'm taking the variable. If that variable is not, I'm saying not empty, that means currently it's empty, guys. As soon as the page load, there's nothing inside it, it's empty. That means subscription will not happen. Even if you click the button, subscription will wait. So if that button is not empty, what do you want to do, right? I want to set that value, same variable value, right? Same variable I'm taking. I want to set it to what? I want to set it to, right, subscribe, right? I want to set it to sforce.1.subscribe. These are standard command, sforce.1.subscribe, sforce.1.publish. These are LMS standard command, right? Publish what? Publish sample. This is the variable that I declared at line number 18, my channel, right? And I'm declaring a function called as display message. That means I have to write one more function called as display message. Control C. Before the subscribe, I'm writing one more function here. Right, one more function. Function what? Function display message. One more function. I'm writing one more function, display message. Right? There is a one more function, display message. Right? So whenever somebody clicks the button, immediately whatever, right, go ahead and publish and right, call this channel. In the channel, I'm writing a function called a display message. And this is the place where we will capture the data that has come from where, from LWC to this page, right? And now I'm doing VF to LWC. In the same time, I'm doing LWC to VF also. Already I done publish is done, VF to LWC is done. Now VF to LWC is done, LWC to VF I'm doing here, LWC to VF. For that, I have a button called subscribe. You subscribe, immediately system will call the display message. What do you want to display inside this? I will declare a variable, text variable, var text label is equals to what? Whatever the data that is there inside what? Equals to document dot query selector, right? Document dot query selector, right? Message text. Whatever the message text is there, right? Message text, right? This will give from the message, from the channel, it will read the right message text. Whatever the message text is there, it will read. Now, right? Now, what I have to do, right? I have to do some stringifying, or I have to do some conversion here. Whatever the text message is there, I have to convert. I have to read that message. Message, right? I have to read that message. So for this, so the complete, right, what is this? The whole step I'm doing is to, this MC message text is there, you see? This MC message text I'm taking. On this message text, I'm trying to display the message, right? I declared at line number 13, right? Whatever the message, received message, and it is MC message text, MC message text. Now I'm saying, right, let's go ahead. Text label dot inner HTML. These are some HTML commands we are using it, right? These are some, and if you remember in the PubSub also, I use the same line. If somebody has observed in the PubSub also, I have used the almost the same line. Message question mark JSON dot stringify, get the message, because all the data will be inside the message. If it's having null, right? Null, right? If there is nothing, then no message payload, give a default message. This is to display whatever the message, whenever you click on subscribe, whatever the message you get, you actually trying to display that message. Where? In the field that we created here, display the message. Similarly, if you want to unsubscribe, no, I don't want to receive more messages. I don't want to receive messages. Then what I will do, again, I will take the same if condition. If, right, if, right, this time I will not say not equal to. If subscription, right, equals to, this is what I will do, right? I declared a variable, that variable was blank. That variable I populated with some data. If there is a data, right, then what I'll do, I will set it to null now. Once again, this variable, I will set it to null. That means unsubscribe, there is no data inside it. So if that is the story, then what I will do, I will first call unsubscribe. I will say sforce dot one dot unsubscribe, unsubscribe. In that variable, unsubscription value will be stored. It will store as unsubscribe, right? And right, unsubscribe. I have unsubscribed it and set the variable value to null, blank. Subscribe, storing the value, subscription value with the message. Unsubscribe, calling the unsubscribe method from the LMS and changing the value to 0. Changing the value to 0. Control S. If I have not made any error, then it should be fine. Control S. So first, the design part. Here, one text box, 3 buttons, right? 2 text box actually. One input text box, one output text box. The input text box is the message. The output text box is MC message text. 3 buttons, right? You want to see how it looks? Control Shift P, deploy this to the source org. Deploy this to the source org, right? Deploy it, done. Now let us check where custom code under Visualforce page, I should be able to see a page, right? Visualforce pages, right? Visualforce pages. I should be able to see the page that I created. See, LMS Visualforce page. I click on run or preview. See the output. 2 text box, 1 input and 1 output. See, enter the text here, 1 input text. Then you have a publish message. Subscribe, unsubscribe. And then you have a message received. Another text, read only. Whatever I type here, it will go to LWC. Whatever I type in LWC will be available here below this. I am creating a dual or bidirectional LMS. That is the reason. Anytime I don't like to receive any further data from LWC, I will just click on unsubscribe. Right? Till the time I click on subscribe, I will not get the data from LWC. Right? Same thing we will do in LWC also. Closing it. Keep on watching. So this is done. Now I will create an LWC. Right? I will create my LWC. Okay? I will create an LWC. Everybody is good with it? Yes or no? Guys, you have to see this program once again, right? Not tough, but small mistake you make, it will not work. And debugging, we have only alert or console debugging. We don't have much debugging in LWC. Perfectly fine. Now, let us create a Lightning Web Component, right? Our Visualforce page is created, our channel created, our Visualforce page created. Now, Control Shift P, create a Lightning Web Component. What is the name? I am saying Message Channel Web Component Demo, some name, which I already created earlier, so I'm using the same name. You can give any name. Naming is not a big deal. Now, it created an LWC component. It created an LWC component. It created an LWC component, right? It created an LWC component, right? It created an LWC component. So first, HTML. Let's go to the HTML. First, let's go to the HTML, right? What we are going to do, right? As usual, right? What we are going to do, we are going to have what, right? Whatever the message that was displayed was sent. I want a lightning card. I'm creating a lightning card, guys. Right? Let me go ahead. Create a lightning card. Control C. Lightning card. I will say, right? LMC, Lightning Messaging System, Web Component, right? This is the title. Inside this, I want a message to be displayed. What is the message? Right? The message that I received. I want some message to be displayed here. Right? Message to be displayed. So I will say, right, let me go ahead and paragraph tag, message channel. Right? What is the message channel? My message, right? Message channel equals to my message channel. It's a text. That's it. It's a simple text. Simple text. Simple text. My message channel. Perfect. A simple text. Now I want an input. Input has to be there. A place, a lighting input, right? A lightning input. I'm taking it, right? Lightning input. Oh, sorry. Lightning input. Lightning input. Type equals to text. Label equals to enter your message. Enter your message. Whatever the data you'll enter, that will be my message. On change handle, right? Because I have to, whatever the data you type, I have to capture those data and I can do with event.value. That's the reason. Next, I want a button. What button? A publish button, right? Same thing I'm doing there. Lightning button, label equals to publish. On click, you have to write a function. Simple. The way we put a button, I'm just placing a button there, right? This all, right? What I will do is that this all I will put under one division. Div div. Division is a block. That's it. Control X. Oops, sorry. Control C. Control X. Division. Right. I'm placing it here. Division. Right. Oh, sorry. I put it in a wrong place. Control X. Division. Inside this, there's a division, and inside the division, right? I've just put a division. That's it. So that, right? Division. This is to publish. Second way, again, I will put one more division. Div. Divisions are nothing but boxes. Div. One more box. Inside this box, I will put a button called subscribe and unsubscribe. Same thing what I did there in the light in the Visualforce page. Same thing I'm doing here. Two buttons. Subscribe button, unsubscribe button. When you click on the subscribe, subscribe message channel. When you click on unsubscribe, unsubscribe message channel. And then I want the message to be displayed. The message that we received from Visualforce page, I want to receive that. So I'm giving a label here. Latest message received from where? From VF, Visualforce page. And here I have to display the message. And I'm taking what? Lightning formatted text. Lightning formatted text value equals to received message. Whatever the message received, we will be displaying here. Simple component I'm creating. Want to publish? Here it is. You can type a message, click publish button. Unsubscribe, subscribe, display the message. Control S. Everybody clear with the structure? Same thing we did in the Visualforce also. Exactly same thing. Exactly same thing we did in the Visualforce also. Right? Now I'm doing the same thing here. Exactly the same thing. Right? After the button, let's have a break tag or a paragraph tag. After this, right? We want to push the button down, then you can use a break tag or a paragraph tag here. Your wish if you want to push. I leave it at you. Right? Control. Now, whenever you write the JS, first I have to import what I have to import track. Why track, guys? Because the input text, right? Here you are inputting something. It will change, right? This variable will change value, right? So to track that, I have to say @track. Then, right? One import, publish, import. This is the default line you have to copy. Import, publish, subscribe, unsubscribe from Lightning Message Service. This is a new service that got introduced. Next, import the one which you created, the one channel which I created. You have to import that also. Rupam message channel __ C. I created that under the message channel, and here it is called sample. I'm keeping the same name. You the name. So there are three things you have to do. First, include track, then include the reference library, then include the message channel that you created. Perfect. Now let's start doing the programming. Right? Let's start doing the programming. Right? That's good. Now, there are two messages. One, the message received, and one is what? My message. Track the message that I'm typing. Null as the page load, blank. Track. Two fields, two variables I declare. Now I'm declaring one more variable. If you remember that, there I declare a var to store whether the subscription is true or false. Here also I have to do subscription. I need one more variable to store the subscription. Subscribe, unsubscribe. Two values. Just give me a second here. Double click or click on connect. It will connect. আমার দরকার নেই না ওই Okay, guys, is it the network is stable? CMD. Let me check.
Yes.
But my wife just came in and she complained that network is not. My son class is starting no 9:30. She's AMA ZON Amazon.in -T. Okay, networks look stable. All right. Okay. Network looks stable. Perfect. Okay. Now subscription null. Now what I will do is that I have to create a message, because there I created a message to sending here in LWC. Now from LWC create a message sending there. So what I will do is that I will create one more variable and I'm connecting to a function. Keep on watching. Right? Context, create message context. Right? I want this to happen, all this message channel to be loaded at the time of initialization. Whenever you want to do initialization, what we do? we use constructor. In the PubSub, right? Also, we have used a constructor. Constructor, name of the constructor should be constructor. Every constructor should contain super. If you remember, I told you. So the same thing I'm doing. Every constructor should have a super. This is nothing but initialization, self-initialization. Now, let's capture the data. Whenever the data is entered on change, it's handle change. Go ahead, write a handle change. Handle change, right? Write the handle change function. Event, event, event. So event, right? How do you capture the data, right? This dot, what is that? My message, this value is equals to what? Event dot target dot value. Everyone knows it. How to capture data? Event dot target dot value. So whatever the data that is entered in that page, right, in the component will be now passed to my message. Initially blank, null. Now I'm passing the value. Perfect. Next, what is the next one? Next, I have a button called publish. For that, publish MC. It has to call a function called publish MC. Right now, I'm writing the next function. Publish MC. Publish MC. In this, I have to form the message. Right? In this, I have to form the message. The same thing that I formed in my Visualforce, the same message I'm forming here also. Constant message, right? And these are the variables that is there in the message channel, right? Message to send. This dot my message. Whatever the data that I stored or captured at line number 18, the same data I'm passing to message to send. I will say source system LWC. If you have declared more data, you can put more data there in this format. Now it is a time for publish. Same command. No change in the command. Command is same. Whatever you did there in the in the Visualforce, same command. Publish this dot context name of the message channel, which is at line number 3, and the message that I just formed. In that message, I have there are two variables, message to send, source. These are there in the channel, message channel. If you open the message channel, guys, this one, you'll be able to see two variables. Those two variables are here, LWC, and here dynamic one. Whatever you enter in the whatever that you enter in the template or in the Lightning LWC page, that will be passed to the message. I'm publishing it. Perfect. Next, subscribe. Next button. What is the next button? If somebody clicks on subscribe, subscribe has to be started. So publish is done. Next, I'm writing subscribe. Subscribe function. I'm doing one by one subscribe. Same thing, subscribe. If this dot subscription, I'm copying and guys, as we're running out of time, right? Same thing. If this dot subscription, where is the subscription? I told you that I declared a variable. In Visualforce page also, if you remember that, I declared a variable var at line number 19. And there also I'm saying if, same thing I'm doing here. Here I declared a variable at line number 9 in the top itself called subscription. And then I'm saying if this dot subscription is null, return, come back. And then set this dot subscription to what? To this dot context. It is a binding. That means for this particular function, bind what? Bind the channel, bind the message. Whatever the message that I'm getting it, display this dot display message. That means I have to write one display message function. In page also I have written display message function. Here also I'm following the same thing, guys. I have to write a display message function. There I have written on the top. You can write anywhere. You want to write on the top? Yes. So I have to write this function, display message. I have to write a display message function. Copy this. There, I'm doing exactly the same thing that I did in my display message function. Exactly. I can write top, I can write in bottom, your wish. Control X. Let's write in the bottom. Location is not that important, right? Now I'm typing it message. What is this? Display message. What we are going to display the message? Whatever the message I received, I have to stringify that. Same command I'm doing. I declared a variable called received message. Here it is blank. To that received message, I'm passing the value stringify. Again, I'm saying JSON.stringify. Same thing. Now, if somebody clicks unsubscribe button, next one, unsubscribe button. Let's go ahead and write unsubscribe. Unsubscribe button. Somebody clicks on unsubscribe button, then what will happen? Then what? If somebody clicks on unsubscribe, I will just go and set the value to null. I will first unsubscribe this dot subscription, and I'm saying subscription equals to null. Same step I did in Lightning page also, sorry, in a Visualforce page also, right? Finally, my initialization has to be stopped. Finally, my initialization has to be stopped. I will go ahead and I will write one more function called as disconnect callback. Release message context. This command, what will do, release message context will release or it will end the connection. Disconnected callback connection. Finally, I'm disconnecting the callback because I started with a constructor initialized. I initialized it. Now I'm deinitializing in the last. Deinitializing. Done. My .js is done. Guys, able to understand what are the programs that I'm writing inside the .js? First, I declared all the variables. Then I did an initialization with a constructor. Then I captured the data that was entered in the page. Then whenever the button publish was clicked, I constructed a message and I published the message. Then subscribe. I have just turned the subscription on, as well as the variable that I created, I've turned it to on, right? As soon as they turn it on, I'm calling a function called message. The work of this is to display the message. In that, passing the value to that field, received message field. Whenever you unsubscribe, I'm unsubscribing it from the channel and I'm setting the subscription to null, blank again. Null blank, storing the data variable to blank. Finally, I'm disconnecting it. Done. Now let's go to the metadata.xml, right? Here I have to say true, visible equals to true, as well as I will put some targets, right? As well as I will put some targets. Yeah. This is for Lightning page, app page, home page, record page, everywhere. Control S. Let's deploy this now. Let's deploy this. Control Shift P, deploy this to the source org. Command the source org resulted an error. Why? Right. What is the problem? Right. Control P, deploy this to the source org. Problem. The source org resulted an error. Metadata.xml file is missing. Metadata.xml file is missing. Why? It's here, no? True. Right, target is this. That's the file is there. What's the problem? Right, Control Shift P, deploy this to the source org. Strange, I didn't do anything, guys. First it gave me error. Now let's see whether it get deploys or not. It got deployed successfully. First 2 times it gave an error, metadata file or something. Did I do anything? Nothing. Third time when I try, it went through. So you might get some type of weird sometimes. So be careful. Right. What are the things we did so far? Created a message channel. Inside the message channel, declared 2 variables. Created a Visualforce page. There we captured the value. We have subscribe button, unsubscribe button, and publish button. We have published to the channel. We have passed the variable to the channel, message channel that we created. The same exercise we did it in LWS also, or Lightning Web Component. Now let us see the output, whether it works or not. Let's hope so it works. The first thing is that you have to go to the Visualforce page, open the Visualforce page that you created, click on edit, check this box called as available for Lightning experience. Check this box. Click on save. I checked it. Right now, right, what we'll do, right, go back to user interface, scroll down, look for Lightning App Builder, click on new Lightning App Builder. I'm building a new Lightning app. I will say it's an app page. Let it be. Click next. What is the name? I will say LMS. Click next. One page is getting created. Whatever page, I want 2 region, half. Finish. Automatically 2 region comes in here. 2 region. First, I will drag a Visualforce page here. Automatically system selects LMS Visualforce page. Yes. You see that? It's coming up. Next, I want my component. Here it is. MC. They're also same structure. Same thing you'll be able to see. Wait. 2 components. Same thing. Publish button, subscribe, message received. Right? Same structure in both the components I've maintained. I click on save. System will ask you activate. Yes. Right? It's in activation mode. I will say Lightning experience. Where do you want? We have created a test app, an app, a Lightning app. I will say add this to the test app. So there we have created a new app called as LMS. LMS, I'm adding. LMS is there. I say save. Done. Now I say back. I say back. Right? We want to see the output, whether it works or not. I click on right app manager. Click on view all. Click on test app, the one which we created. In that, I'll be able to see LMS on the top. See, LMS. I click on LMS and the app loads. Right? See, enter the message. Hi, hello, hi, this is VF. Publish, it's not receiving. Why? Because you have not subscribed. Subscribe. Publish, see that you receive the message. Hi, this is VF. Source system, Visualforce. Right? Whatever I'm typing in the Visualforce page, I'm receiving in Lightning Web Component. Similarly, oh, I received it. I received it. Publish. Is it Visualforce is receiving? No. Subscribe. Now click on publish. Right? Publish. Right? Subscribe. publish. We have a problem with the Visualforce page receiving the message. We have to see now. I've subscribed here, I subscribed here. Whatever I type, right? Whatever message I type, right? I should be able to receive there, right? Unsubscribe. This should be working. Subscribe, unsubscribe, subscribe, publish. Oh, it's still not working. We have, wait. Got it what I'm saying? Whatever the message that I type here will be seen in Visualforce. Whatever the message I type in Visualforce should be seen here, right? I will say, hi, this is LWC. I say publish, no, subscribe it, publish. That means from LWC, the message is not flowing to Visualforce. From here, it's not flowing. But if I type the same thing here and I say publish and I say publish message, right? What happened? It's not even coming. Now it's not working. Publish, it should be working, right? I should be receiving this message. Able to understand? I type here, any given time, if you don't want to receive, just click on unsubscribe. You keep on typing here, the message will not even go there. Publish, it will not come here. Or you unsubscribe here, right? So whatever you publish the message, it will not be displayed here. Receive from VF. Two-way communication. Two-way communication. I will send you the code, guys. Complete code. I will share. I will put it there, right? So login.salesforce.com, right? It is also there in this environment. Rupam. I told you that every new concept come will be posted in all the environments, right? I'm also posting for LT92 batch. For them also I've posted. CRM 1234 hash. Similarly, going forward, any new technology comes, it will be available in your environment also. I'll share the video and same thing I'll create in your environment so that if anybody wants to see, log into the environment and want to see, they can do that. So this new concept I've posted in two environments. One I just created today in your environment, view all. There also I created an app called as something, Lightning. There also we have created LMS. Here LMS, same thing, right? I just place the component here and there. Here it's Visualforce was on the left, Lightning was on the right, LWC on the right, but now here opposite. Meaning is same, no problem. Hi, it's from Lightning. Publish, nobody will receive. Unless until you click on subscribe. Publish, see, hi. I'm making a little bigger, oh no. Hi, right? I say hello. Publish, see, hello. Source system is LWC. From LWC, I'm getting the program. Publish. Now, let's say buy. Publish. See, LWC is not showing unless until you click on subscribe. Subscribe. Publish. See, buy. Buy from Visualforce. Bye. Publish. See, bye. So, right? Bye. Publish. I don't want to receive message. Unsubscribe. Now you say, bye, good night. Click on publish. Only this component will receive. This component is not even reacting now because you unsubscribed it. Subscribe. Will you get the last message? No. You will, once again, when the publish is clicked, then only you'll get the message here. See, this is what I'm doing. Both has the same structure, and one is Lightning Web Component, another is Visualforce page. Between them, I have created a message channel. In that message channel, there are two variables, message to send and source system. Message to send is coming from this text box, both the text boxes. Source system is already I have hard coded in the program itself, right? And then I'm passing this to the message channel. Message channel is carrying the value between the two. Guys, able to understand yes or no? Everyone, at least the concept, how this concept of LMS is working, right? How the
Yes, sir.
concept of LMS is working. Everyone, you need to have a practice, right? 2 times you practice, see the video, right? Refer to the code, automatically you'll be able to understand what's happening here. LMS, right? I will share the code of LMS, right, in a text file. I have copied and I have created it. So I'll be sharing this LMS text file step by step. Same thing what we did here today. Step by step, you can perform. Now, homework, LMS homework, right? LMS homework. What is that, right? 2 types of homework I can give you. Create and create. Okay, let's do the homework, right? Paint. Homework for LMS. LMS homework. LWC component, Visualforce page. Visualforce page. LWC component, Visualforce page. Perfect. Here, right? Subscribe, unsubscribe button, right? Submit button, which is nothing but equals to publish. Whenever you enter a data here, right? For example, name. Somebody enters data. Each want you to display those information. Yes, everybody is able to understand the homework. displays output. Right? Entered, right? Then I will have enter message. This is an input box. And then put a button called as submit. Submit. Put the button called as subscribe, unsubscribe. Here. Right? Here, message. Message. Right? Whatever the message you type here, hey, received. For example, I type received. I click submit. I click publish or subscribe. Immediately here I should get received. Getting it now? Understood? What is the homework? Through LMS. Create an LWC component, right? Enter input data. As soon as you submit, that data should be visible in Visualforce page. In the Visualforce page, you type a message, thank you, received, submit. Immediately it should say received. Thank you, received. Any given time, I don't want to get any more data, unsubscribe. If you make a change, the change shouldn't be there in the Visualforce page. Using LMS. Do this. Everybody understood the homework? Yes or no? Yes
Yes,
or
sir.
no?
Yes, sir.
If you're not able to do, don't worry, I'll do it. It's not, but give a try for at least what today, give a try, right? Give a try. Any questions? Anybody has any questions? This is a new concept, LMS. Anybody has any questions? Thank you. Tomorrow we will discuss about, right? Test, how to write a jest, right? Jest classes or jest programming, how to do a jest programming. The last topic for your LWC class, jest. These are new topics that I'm adding. These are not there in the previous syllabus, but in the new syllabus, we have added PubShop, LMS, jest. So jest, I will show you how to use jest. Real time, not yet used. They are not even used. In my company also, they are not using, we have not even used jest. We are just exploring jest. So tomorrow I'll show you how to explore jest. What is a jest, how to explore jest and everything. Clear now? That's it for today. Let's meet tomorrow with a jest, and then day after tomorrow we will have the final class where we'll talk about Scratch.org. We'll talk about your interview questions, and then we will say bye-bye. Right? So thank you guys. Have a nice and wonderful day. Bye-bye, guys.